What's up, guys? It's e.bjjcomicnut coming at you with another video. This time we're going to actually be talking about you know who, the person that we don't ever really want to talk about, but we have to talk about because that person just keeps on doing fucked up things. We're going to talk about that person right after the intro. All right, guys, before we move on, before we go any further into the video, I do want to say thank you for everybody out there who has shown support to me, to my family, to everybody out here in Honduras, anybody who has actually donated. I told you I did not want donations sent to me. There are a plethora of places that you can donate. You can go onto Google and you can also type in Google donate, and Google has an actual website where you can actually give money to that company and they will help and distribute food, clothing, help and aid, rescue. We had a rough go at it. We had 2 hurricanes back to back. The first one was pretty freaking bad. The second one was worse. There was lives that were lost. It was bad, guys. It was really bad. I really want to say thank you to everybody out there who kept me in their prayers, in their meditation, whatever positive vibes you were sending out. It definitively worked. My guys had to drive to go out there and help clean and rescue, and it was a great thing to see the community come together and help each other in the way they were doing. I know you guys aren't here, but we definitely appreciate every little bit that you guys have done. Huge hug and thank you to everyone who has stepped up and helped. And it's not too late. We still need help down here, so we're definitely asking for that, whether it be donations or clothing donations, whatever it may be. We can definitely use it down here. All right, guys? And with that being said, so basically what I want to do is I want to show people who have no clue who WOACB is, or KJ, or everybody knows her name. I just want to say it. I want to show them the patterns of problematic behavior. What I want to do is say, hey, look, this is a quick rundown. It can get you started to go and start finding your own information, because I and millions of other creators have been saying this for a while now. No one's been paying attention to us. And now that Tati is actually suing her ass, now everybody wants to fucking listen. Now that she's having a problem with Creepshow, everybody wants to listen. And this is something that we've been saying for quite some time. So people who don't know who the hell she is, do not know the problematic behavior that she consistently shows, appalling behavior, apologies that are half-assed.
Part of being an adult is learning to say, audience, I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but did you know that there's one word that can actually ruin the best of apologies? In a recent New York Times column, writer Jane Brody said that using the word but, right, as in I'm sorry, but, makes your whole apology invalid. She said the best apologies are short and don't include explanations that can undo them.
Pow.
Just enough to get you off of her back for a couple of days. I want to show those people who are thinking about giving this an individual a chance, who hasn't actually truly changed all of the issues that she's had. So the first runner-up, the first person that I actually want to talk about is Leslie Bass. Her and Leslie Bass had a huge falling out. You know, it was a nasty situation. There were some things that did happen within that family that KJ said that I just will not put out or talk about, because I do want to respect the wish of the family. I love them. I think they're great individuals. Apparently there was a GoFundMe, and with that GoFundMe, Katie Joy accused it of being just not real. There's a lot of details into that I'm just not going to go over. And then I guess Leslie Bass made a video. Katie Joy then turned around and copy striked the video. Once that was done, apparently there was a doxing, which there's no proof here or there. There's another shit creator that said that she did it, but I don't believe that other creator, because her and KJ are like 2 peas in a pod. Not necessarily that they get along. When you get 2 crappy people in the same place, in the same room, they tend to back each other up. This is my opinion and my opinion alone on this. On other things, there's actual receipts and they're documented. But on this one, I could be wrong, but I feel as if that is what is going on, and that was the situation there. The other one I want to go over is Sharrell's World. So apparently Sharrell said that KJ said the N-word. I don't know if that is true. I've never seen the video of her saying the N-word, and there are speculations that her husband, KJ's husband, is in like a racist band. There's just a bunch of stuff. Personally, I've never talked to him, so I can only go off of hearsay. Now, then KJ got mad. She said, hey, I didn't say the N-word, man. That's not something that I would do. Although the track record of her husband being around those type of individuals and KJ laughing when other people say it, which is something that there's so many videos of that around. Again, putting videos up. I'm going to show some receipts, but this is more so for you to actually go out and do your own research. So I guess KJ did not like that. Well, I don't guess. She did not like that. Once that ensued, there was a lawsuit that supposedly was being put or was filed against Sharrell's World. And Sharrell just blatantly fucking denies that, says that shit never happened. And I kind of believe Sharrell's World, because a fucking lawyer is not going to wait for you to respond to a service. They're just going to file the fucking paperwork and that's going to move forward. So for them to say that there's no lawsuit because Sharrell's World, or her lawyer, did not pick up the fucking service is straight bullshit. So therefore, again, I lead to the conclusion that there's just no fucking lawsuit, as we can see in this video that Sharrell's World is saying.
That's something important to bring up. I have never had a lawsuit. I don't know why Katie, well, I know why now. She was going around trying to start things with me by saying that she was suing me, but that was not true. That's a 100% old-faced lie. I have never been sued by her. I have never been served papers by her. So she did this for clout and just to make her audience grow. I mean, everyone thinks it's a big story. Oh my God, I'm taking Sharrell to court. And the only reason we're not in court right now is because her lawyers won't return the call. What?
And then we come up to the creator where I actually found out who KJ was because of the issues that she had with BX Beast Boy. BX Beast Boy is a creator that reached out to her and said, hey, let's get your side of the story. Let's hear what's going on with you and this whole situation where you supposedly made up this sheriff, the Dawson case, the number. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of bullshit. The man gave her a platform. She spoke. I thought personally the video made her look, wasn't the best of light, but it made her look better than she did before. Completely unbiased video. She turns around and tells everybody that she didn't give him permission. Meanwhile, she promoted the fuck out of this video all over Twitter. There are definitely screenshots in the Reddit subreddit that is all about her. You can find that there. So that ended up being a whole war, and I've actually is where I kind of interjected myself because I didn't like the fact that you have a creator that was actually going out for another one, just going off a limb, trusting this other creator, giving her the platform and telling her, hey, look, let's hear your side of the story. And she backstabbed him, which was shit. You don't do that. That's just, if you don't, and the thing is, he actually gave her the option to see the video first. I'm sure he would have changed some things here and there, which is completely fucking lunatic. Then I came into the scene. I made a video. You can see all the videos on my channel. I'll put some of them up here in the recommendations. Then she had some issues with a teen mom from Teen Mom TV or whatever the name of that program is, because she released unauthorized photos of what is his name? Kaylee Lowry. So that was a whole issue. So again, we have a pattern of issue after issue after issue. I would say that probably a week goes by, maybe 2 weeks go by where there's just the sea is calm and then you know there's a hurricane.
Don't worry about me, guys. I'm a professional. Stay safe.
Coming over the horizon, and bam, sure enough, it comes and it hits. So that was a whole nother issue. So therefore, right now we've got 3 creators. There's one other creator that I'm not involving because that is just a deep, dark rabbit hole that I do not want to jump down. So it's actually 4 creators. Lo and behold, after all of that, you figure, fuck, I'm going to learn a lesson. I'm not going to be a douche anymore. I'm not going to be an asshole. There's just every time I get around another creator, there's an issue. Lo and behold, I think it was last year, she said something that was really shitty about Nick Snyder's addiction that he had to overcome, which kudos to you, man, for staying clean and being clean and overcoming that and defeating that devil, man, because that's awesome, man. You know, whenever somebody is able to do that, and we celebrate that. We don't talk shit about that. And that's what she did. She absolutely, utterly just decided to talk shit about that whole situation and talk shit about his recovery and just make less of it. So he clapped back. You know what I mean? And that's what I would have done too. I would have clapped back because that's a situation that makes you even fucking shittier. I got to tend to that. You know, I've got to talk about that if it were me. So he did do the right thing, which was, again, some more bullshit. And the next issue is with Angelique Olsen. I don't know if I said that right or not, so if I didn't, please do me a favor and forgive me if I didn't. So KJ decided to copyright strike one of the videos that Angelique Olsen made about KJ, and rather than just saying, hey, you know what, there's fair criticism, there's some fair use in there, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this video and I'm going to strike it in a different way. There's a way to strike it in YouTube where I can make money off of that video as well. But no, she didn't do that. She struck the whole thing down and it was like, fuck it, fuck you, fuck the world. It's just the way I'm going to do it because that's the way I am, because I'm selfish and that's just it. It's all about me. So then she decided she was going to She was going to stalk Tati Westbrook. And here we have a video about her talking all the investigative work she's been doing to hunt down information on Tati.
So all day long, I was doing research, you guys. Research, I tell you. Remember how I told you I was going to try to do something where I exposed Tati Westbrook? And I was like looking, and I've been doing this for 2 days straight now. 2 days, thinking I would find something. When I started digging into her background, and I have looked all over the place, you guys, everywhere, because part of what I do is I super chat. What do you mean super chat? You can give me a super chat if you wanted to give me a super chat. But part of what I do is I like to look into people that sell snake oil to see if they have stuff in their background that would make them less than honorable, something that might indicate that they are, you know, there's something legal going on, they have a criminal background, they have a criminal history, they owe money, they have like a reputation for doing all these things. And then when you go to her mother's page or her sister's pages, who are all still there, they're all like, she doesn't exist as a part of their family anymore. It's crazy. I started playing around even more and digging through more and more information, going through marriage records and through birth certificates. I couldn't even find her birth certificate, which is weird. There's like 0 records of her father, like 0 records. So then I start going on and I'm like getting into this conspiracy, thinking like her dad is dead, or like why doesn't her dad have a job, or her dad's in the mafia. So then I start digging through addresses and phone numbers and email addresses and doing all of these searches and going through businesses and looking at all this different stuff to try to like connect some dots. So I feel like there's a story here with her dad, and I'm not sure what it is. We're going to have to keep looking there. And then there's something with her mom too, and I'm just going to have to keep digging. I'll keep digging and keep looking on the Tati stuff, but I don't want to spend, like, I've wasted 2 days now trying to find something.
Lo and behold, we have the situation where BX Beast Boy was interjected. And that was with Shane Dawson when he was having all of his supposed issues with just, I'm not even going to get into that because it has nothing to do with the video, but with Sanders Kennedy actually going out and saying, hey, look, I talked to the police. They said that there's a actual investigation going on. And blase, he didn't put out a name and he didn't put a number out, but he did say that it was the LA County or the LA Sheriff, but he was specific on like where and what department. So KJ decides to take it upon herself and make up a name of a officer who is fucking retired, put out a phone number and say, if you have more information, please contact this individual. So then Augie RSC, Tipster, I think Bo Blacks and just a few of the other creators decided that they were going to look into this shit on a live stream. They called no fucking Sergeant Payne. He has been retired for God knows how long. There was no investigation going on. Straight bullshit lies. The reason she lies is because she doesn't fucking really do investigative work. Craziness. I know, right? That brings us up a little bit more current to today. There was a whole bunch of other little bullshit in between then and now that I'm just not going to get into it because it's me nitpicking and going, just deep down that rabbit hole. Like I said, I don't want to go down. These are like the major events within this creator's problematic behavior. So then we get a lawsuit smacked into KJ's face from Tati Westbrook for up to the amount of $5 million for defamation and a bunch of other stuff. She wrote a heinous article about the husband and him supposedly taking the mother off of life support, conning the mother to get money and properties from her. Just all fabricated, all bullshit. And this is why the lawsuit is coming around and it's going to bite her at the ass at the end of the day. Currently, we have Creepshowart, who is a fucking awesome creator. I love her content. If you're watching this, know that I support you 100% behind all of this because I do know and I see the patterns, and other people who follow this other individual who don't see the patterns, I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. I don't know why they don't see it. They're just blind. I really don't understand it. Creepshowart is getting harassed by KJ. KJ is sending her emails and texts. They wanting to do a collab with Creepshow. Creepshow's like, fuck that. I don't know who you are. Now you're starting to creep me out. Blocks her. And then KJ just starts going on a fucking rampage talking shit about her because she was blocked and she didn't want to do anything with her. What the fuck, man? That's crazy. If your creator doesn't want to work with you, leave it alone. Hit them back in a year and say, hey, look, you know what? I don't want to bother you again. I want to see if you change your position. If you have, cool. Done. After that, don't fucking bother them anymore because it's just not going to change. There's something about you that they don't want to work with. Simple. And I've learned that too. I'm like, man, why don't they want to work with me? And I get like brokenhearted and all hurt. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe my style doesn't mesh with theirs. Maybe they see something that I don't. Maybe I'm just a little bit aggressive on my videos. Maybe I curse too much. Whatever it may be, they don't want to fucking work with you. Back up. Leave it the fuck alone. We have KJ, who at her fucking infinite amount of brain cells, sends a letter to Creepshow telling her to fucking take some videos down. Like she normally does. I'll sue you if you don't take your videos down. I'll threaten you because you're a smaller YouTuber and I can bully you, because that's pretty much what her MO is. Her modus operandi is, to bully you until you take it down. It kind of happened to me where I was like, oh shit, I've got this issue. I've got this company. I don't want my company to be affected. And I did it just to avoid situation, just to avoid problems. But, a month went by and my lawyers were like, fuck that, put him back up. It is what it is. So I put him back up. I really want to go over the letter that KJ wrote to Creepshow more so than the reply from Creepshow, to show you how fucked up this individual is. So fucked up that they're going to CC their YouTube manager. So that way your manager can see your problematic behavior and say what the fuck is going on and start delving into this a little bit more. Although your YouTube creator or your YouTube manager doesn't give a shit about that. They're just there to help you grow. Why do they want to help you grow? Because the more you grow, the more ads are seen. The more ads are seen, the more the company makes. They really don't care about you. You're just a commodity is what you are. So Katie writes, good afternoon. I'm working with my YouTube manager to try to resolve this issue that is occurring between us, and he has asked me to reach out to you privately. The video you made about me last week contains information that is false. While I understand you provided your opinions about me, there are numerous misleading statements about me in the video that have caused serious copycat videos by other creators you are connected to, which is bullshit. She is allowed to, it's straight bullshit. There's no copycat videos that she's connected to. She's her own person. One of the things that I dislike about KJ and her whole fucking camp is that because you dislike her or you don't like her actions, then I have to be in cahoots with this other person and we're all sitting in a fucking around the fire talking about her in a fucking circle jerk. That is not it. We're not connected. None of us are connected. We just have a common denominator, which is her, and interactions. Most importantly, there is a dangerous accusation that I committed perjury by taking out a restraining order against another creator for simply talking about me. There is also the insinuation that I falsely accused someone of sexual harassment, which is not true. There are court documents and mountains of evidence that prove what happened to me. A judge in my state agreed with me. The RO was only dropped because of other pending litigation and can be refiled at any time if the behavior does not stop. So it's not an RO, it was a TRO. And on top of that, if I were to go to court and say this person is harassing me, I don't have to have a person come to court to get a TRO. I don't. The judge will automatically file a TRO because it is a precautionary tale, so to speak. Once those 30 days or 90 days or whatever your state requires that TRO go, then you go back with evidence, and then they make it longer. They make it a year, 3 years, 5 years, depending again on what your state you're in. But if you don't go back, either you've come to an agreement with the individual, or you don't have shit, or you just forgotten it laughs, or nothing's happened. So this is kind of misleading right here. Then there is blatant misrepresentation of me calling a child a lying brat.
She was just being a brat and wanted to stay with her dad. Part of me thought she was just being bratty. Like, she would just go from crying to fine, from crying to fine. And it reminded me of when my son pitches a fit, where he'll just like pitch a fit to get his way, and then as soon as he's fine. And then when he doesn't get his way again, he starts pitching a fit again.
This is, again, not true. The child is a victim, and I said that a million times. There is way more to the story than what is presented on YouTube. I don't give a fuck what's presented on YouTube. You called the girl a brat. You said that she is acting like a brat. You said that your kid does that as well, and you can see where that's happening. Let me explain something to you. When a child tells you something like that, you believe them at all costs, no matter what. You fucking find out if it's true or not. If it's not, you act accordingly. If it is, you act accordingly. You do not diminish what the child is saying, period. And that right there lowers you to shit standard for doing that. You claim I have no sources, but this again is false. I work with dozens of sources and have cultivated a network of reality stars that regularly provide me insight about the shows they are on. None of these are true. I am asking you to remove the content from your channel. Your platform is large, and because of this video, I have lost thousands of subscribers and thousands of dollars. Well, if this is the case, and you've actually lost thousands of dollars and you've lost subscribers, it's because they're actually seeing that repetitive behavior. It's not because of just this one issue or this one problem or this one thing. This is something that has constantly been going on. If eventually, this is fucked up what I'm going to say, but this is probably the best way for you to understand it. Eventually, a battered wife leaves the situation. Okay? They always leave the abusive spouse. Two ways. They either leave of their own accord or they leave in a body bag. But they always leave. Some of your people left long time ago because they see who you are. And those people that are still sticking around are the ones who are going to leave in body bags. And I don't mean that in a figurative manner, because I know how some of your fucking people are, and it's ridiculous. And then you say, here's another one, I'm going to really interrupt this. You say you do not have a troll army, but yet you sent trolls to another creator to report them. Let that linger. Also, to clear the air, I did not dox you. I do not have your address. I don't know where you live. I shared a public link to a website. When I shared the link, I had no idea your full name was on the link. Are you fucking kidding me? You didn't click on the fucking link to look at it, to verify what was on it. For all you know, you could have posted on Uni's Discord porn. What the fuck? Are you that fucking brainless that you're going to put a link that you grabbed onto somebody else's Discord without watching or looking at it? I call bullshit on that. Additionally, I shared the link because the other creator told me that he was making a video about you and wanted to know if the other creators had accused you of lying about them. Nobody's accused anybody of lying. You knew what the fuck you were doing. Come on. Between me and you, come on. Come here. You know exactly what the fuck you were doing. This creator said he believed you had a pattern of misrepresenting stories. Sounds like you're describing yourself here. When this creator told me he was making a video, I simply Googled. I found a series of other people that have made similar claims as me, that you put together a video that was at best misleading and poorly researched, or at worst maliciously made to harm their reputations. At least 4 other creators have pushed back at your presentations, and several have threatened to sue you for defamation. The link contained tweets of your communication with these creators and their requests to you to take down the videos, and it had more. So if you saw this, let me explain what doxing is. For individuals who don't know what the fuck doxing is, if you have multiple platforms, and on multiple platforms, on one of those platforms, let's say Facebook, you have a personal account that you have friends and family, okay, and that's you and your real name. And every other fucking social media is connected to your YouTube channel, and they all say, for example, e.bjjcomicnut. Okay, and I put on YouTube e.bjjcomicnut, and I put on Twitter e.bjjcomicnut, and I Storyfire, and you know, all those others, every other social media. You find my real Facebook account, you take that name and you put it on to some other platform, that's fucking doxing. You just took the private document of private information about me and you spread it maliciously. It doesn't even have to be maliciously. You just spread it out to someone else, to the public. That is fucking doxing. That's simple. That kind of happened to me. Thank God my name isn't the name that person fucking was trying to dox me with. Whether they intentionally tried to do it or not, it was fucking done. Okay? If you have information that's on a screenshot from their personal whatever, you in goodwill, good faith, should fucking black out their name and then post what they said. Simple. But you know what? People think they're fucking slick and they're smarter than individuals. That shit kind of bites you back on the ass, doesn't it? Because my YouTube manager is now involved, please do not take this email and post it publicly. Fuck that. I'm glad she did. I am told that working privately is what YouTube wants us to do, to end this back and forth. If you publish this email publicly, this will then become evidence to YouTube that you're not willing to engage privately to settle this back and forth. Who the fuck are they? They don't give a fuck about that. They don't care. I will also show a pattern of harassment by you against me. No, she's airing this out. This is the best thing she can do. Show the public what the fuck you're trying to do. Silence yet another creator, because this is what you do. You're a bigger creator, so you go after smaller creators and you try to stifle their growth and shut them down. You say that you don't have a fucking troll army, but you do, because again, you've done that twice where you sent your fucking trolls to shut other fucking people down, but YouTube can give 2 fucks less. As I ask you to not speak about me, I have no intention of publicly saying anything more about you. I am copying my manager to this email so he has evidence of me trying to reach out to you to settle this dispute. Please understand, I am a creator that is like you, making a living on this platform. I do a job like you that commentates on others, but I do not seek to destroy anyone's reputation. Your video against me is seeking to destroy my reputation without factual proof. Please remove this video. So the video that Creepshow put out had a plethora of receipts. Videos, Twitter screenshots. I mean, it was well laid out. I am going to actually, down below, put a link to that video. Okay? I'm going to put a link to that video so you can judge for yourself whether that video was done properly or not, whether that video has receipts or not. I think that video was fucking solid. There are a lot of other videos out there that are solid. Okay? Again, I am not going into huge detail, although I am popping up little receipts here and there. But I really want you to do your own footwork. Use your own 2 goddamn eyes. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to any other fucking creator. This is me just dropping seeds so that way you can water them by looking further into this information. Okay? Now, with that being said, guys, my next video is going to be on her enabler. Thank God that enabler kind of is rocking the boat a little bit, but because of her enabler, she has been able to get away with these patterns of bullshit behavior for over a year, because she has had a pit bull at her beck and fucking call. And that, my friends, will be part 2 to this 3-part video on this whole situation. Anyway, guys, this has been another video by e.bjjcomicnut, and I do appreciate you guys stopping by, hanging out with me for a while, listening to me bullshit and rant about some fucking random YouTuber that probably nobody gives a fuck about, and nobody's gonna give a fuck about in a year from now because she fucks herself all the god dog time. Guys, thank you again for all the support you've shown to the channel. Thank you for all the support you've shown to everybody in Honduras through prayer, through meditation and donations. But before you go anywhere and before you do anything, I am definitely going to have to ask you to do one more thing. And that is to go down here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, retweet this, share it everywhere, let everybody know, man, that dude e.bjjcomicnut is talking mad shit. I dislike him, I like him, whatever, I don't give a fuck, because I just don't. But I do love everybody who does show that support. So with that being said, thank you and peace.